cloud. There we go. And welcome everybody. I am Paul Hieronymus. I am from the Ohio Distance Learning Association, and I am thrilled to be bringing Lynette here from Logitech to do a great presentation on all the resources that could be used to enhance Zoom. One thing I want to share with you, of course, is our membership. We do offer now a free version of our membership for anybody who'd like to be part of the OhioDLA as an associate member to be able to receive our updates and newsletters. And then we got to make sure we share the great project that is going on with the OhioDLA and the Management Council in the purchase of a state purchase of Zoom, which can get you a discounted price of Zoom for $10 on the Pro version, which is an amazing price that we strongly recommend people to go after. They also are promoting that through CDWG, you can also purchase the D7 Zoom Room panel, which is at a discounted rate too. So with that, I'm going to just kind of stop my little advertisement here and turn it over to who we all want to see. And so let's learn about some great, amazing things from Logitech.
Yay, hello. Hello, I'm Lynette Whitfield. I am the National Education Strategy Manager for Logitech in Canada. And I do lots of work with the US as well because they don't have anyone down there. I've been selling and technology to education since 1998 when I started to sell Picturetel in Australia, and then worked for Timberg and worked for Polycom, and now I come back to Canada and I work for Logitech. So I've seen the technology change from the big clunky CRT monitors to now just being able to use a USB device. So today what I'm going to be doing is talking about 3 ways that you can enhance teaching by using Logitech's USB devices. So I'm going to share my content. I'm brought to you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where, that's where we got this one. Behind me in my green screen here is actually Lake Minnewanka, and that's actually 40 minutes exactly from my house to this beautiful lake. Although it doesn't look like that right at the moment. It snowed last week, so there's lots of snow on the ground. Outside at the moment, it's all melted though. So I'm hoping you can see the presentation. Thumbs up, if that's okay. Yep, good, all right. The first device I'm going to show you is actually one of our little secret ones. It's called the Spotlight. And just to show you what it is, this allows me to move along the thing that I can see and highlight things and move my presentation along as we go into the presentation. Okay, so here we are. We're going to be using my Spotlight presentation to move my slides along. You should be seeing a slide here saying 3 ways to enhance teaching with Logitech USB devices. So we won't be talking just about video. We were doing some fun stuff as well. So I'm going to move along to the next slide here. This is myself. I'm based in Calgary, Alberta in Canada. And this is Lake Minnewanka behind us, which is 40 minutes from my house. And today we're going to be talking about what USB devices are suitable for Zoom, Logitech solutions for education, and a quick show and tell of the products that we've got as well. So first of all, hands to people here, how many people actually know about Logitech? You know, do you use Logitech? Okay, keyboards and mice, great, that's all we like to hear. So yeah, everyone would know our keyboards, our mice, our webcams, but a lot of people don't know we have all sorts of other things. We also do own Astro gaming headsets, Logitech G gaming headsets, Ultimate Ears, which are the Bluetooth speakers, and we also own the Blue microphone, which is the Yeti phone. So this is a Logitech product as well. So, and of course we also have all sorts of commercial devices for presentation, for crayons and digital, which I'll be going through in just a second as well. Right. So I just wanted to go through some of the webcams because a lot of times people say, oh, you know, can we just join in a room-based classroom with a webcam? The answer is yes, you can. Right now, I'm going to take this little guy off and show you. So this is my BRIO. This is the guy on the right-hand side. most of the devices have an ability to take off the bottom, and you can screw in a tripod, so you can put it in a small room. As well, some cameras, you may want to, the huddling around the camera sometimes is a little bit cumbersome. So, having a good sized room-based system is a lot easier than, for a webcam. But for a person who is one or two persons, a webcam is absolutely 100% suitable. So we have our, good, our better, and our best being the BRIO, which is this one here. It's a 4K. It has 3 settings for 65, 78, and 90 field of view, and a 5x digital zoom, the actual built-in microphone as well. So it's all kind of built into one. On the adjusted settings. So a lot of the times people, I'm just going to stop here for a second, and I'm going to show you the capture. Because a lot of the times people buy our products and they don't know that you should also use, I'm just going to bring it over here, and there we go. So tell me if you're seeing a purple Logi. No? Okay, I'll move it over here. Hang on. Logi, where are you? There you go.
It could be. I'm still seeing your screen share.
I'm just going to stop that for a second. I'm going to move you down. And I'm going to bring up the Logi. Here we go, this guy.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Okay, so this is,
I'm
just gonna, because I unplugged him, so that's why we're gonna just plug him in really quickly just to show you how fast you can do this. There we go.
This is often what we're talking teachers through, is the...
This is what happens. You unplug the video camera and then you plug it back in.
And the teacher is saying, we can't see ourselves.
There we go.
We all appreciate it when it happens to the pros.
I know.
There we go. All right. So the
best, empathetic team you could possibly have.
Okay. So here we are now. We're on my Logitech. You can do a lot of things with the BRIO that are kind of fun. So you can change the border color. So around me, I'm going to go red. So I can change the border. I can do custom rates. I apologize. I think I'm sending too much. Let me just turn the red screen. We can choose different fields of view. So right now we're at 90. I'm going to do 78. And now I'm going to do 65. So if you have a big group, obviously you can back it up. So there we go. And also you can look at the exposure versus frame rate. So maybe that will help us stabilize my the camera here as well. So these are areas that you can actually now adjust the frame versus and the BRIO settings inside of it. So a lot of people say, oh, well, we have a BRIO. What do I do? How can I, change the settings inside the camera? Because maybe a lot of schools don't have the capabilities of doing 4K, so they may need to drop down to HD or even lower. So I'm just going to go back to my Zoom here. So stop that.
Are those settings, Lynette, on the bottom where it has the little 1, 2, and then 1s and 2s in little tiny boxes? Can it do able to do a picture-in-picture? Is that what that's indicating?
Yes, you can. You can set, yes, so you can do picture 2. Here's camera 2, camera 1. And on the bottom as well, you've got picture-in-picture. There we go here, side by side. So these are the things that you can do with the Logitech, the BRIO itself. It's pretty funky camera. So I'm just going to also turn off my green screen. I'm wondering if that might be the reason why. So let's just go back to where my Zoom. Stop you. There we go. Okay, so bring you back over here. All right.
I like that it tells you what's going on. I mean,
yeah, it's actually, if your frame rate is going down, that's right. So let's go back to here. Okay, so back to, here we go. So that was the camera on the right. So the Canadian retail price is $249. So in America, a lot less. I think it's under $199. I think it is. You said that you were oops, that one, you were all purchasing or mostly buying the C925s, is that correct? That's what sort of some of you buy. And the lower one, which is, you know, under $80 Canadian, so it would be like about $60 for you guys, is the B525. So these are all, these have a little omnidirectional microphone. This one has a 1:2 zoom, and of course the BRIO is a little bit higher. So as I mentioned, the settings to adjust are just a download. It's called the Capture, and it allows you to change all of the different settings within the camera itself. And they also have different cameras from you may know of. So you probably know about this little guy here. This is the BCC 950. The speaker is right here. The camera is at the top, and it's a straight USB device. So for schools who are looking for a room-based system, but they maybe can't afford, you know, one of the higher end ones, this is a great entry point. $349, so $350 Canadian, so roughly around $300 or $299 for you guys. It's a really kind of a good product to start with. Then when you move up to the better, this is the Connect. It also has a speaker built in. The camera is right into there, and it sits on the table, and it actually gives quite a good 90 field of view. So you're able to see quite a large your classroom or in a library. $700, or it would be $599 for you guys in America. And it is an all-in-one pan tilt zoom camera with the audio and the microphone built in, and it also has 4K capabilities as well. This has a mount. You can sit on top of your monitor. This is what I would envision a lot of classrooms to be able to put this into a library or a class and be able to fit quite a few people. I can get 120 field of view. So I'm just going to stop presenting for a moment, stop sharing, and I'm going to go back to me, and I'm going to show you, get rid of my, choose that with nothing on it now, so you can see. I'm gonna back up myself up. So I want you to see how big my room is actually. So I can, and more importantly, I can stand right at the top of, right close to the screen, and I'll be able to see the entire room. So I have a preset here. I just push number 1, and it just immediately jumps into the camera right up front. Now for Zoom users, at the bottom of your corner where you have your mute and then you have your stop video section, there's a little arrow up. You just click that, and this enables you to switch cameras. So I can go from my Meetup to my BRIO over here. Hello. I can go from here to my integrated camera in my computer, being this one. Hello. And I can also now do that's my camera on the side. And I can do stop my video. So you can see me there. And now I can, at the bottom is your choose virtual background capabilities. I have quite a few pictures saved on mine. So I just go to my choose my virtual, and let's give you a nice shot of Banff. How about that? Let's go in and we'll zoom in. I get spoiled living in this city. And here we go. This is really great because, you know, if you saw my background, I have, you know, an office here. I can, you know, very easily be discreet as to what's behind me. So it could be a whole office of people, or the library itself has a whole bunch of, you know, books and things. You may be able just to kind of like hide that very, very discreetly then. So I'm going to turn that off so that, you know, maybe that might be our bandwidth issue here. So I'm going to present again. So back to the screen here. Share. Okay. So we saw the good, the better, and the best. We also have a product which is more for, I call it auditoriums. And that is called the Rally. So you would know the group system. This is our newest product. It's 4K as well. It comes in 2 different versions, the Rally and the Rally Plus. All of these are Zoom Roomed certified. So you can still use all this with Zoom. The Rally has 1 camera, 1 microphone, and 1 speaker, and then the table and display hubs. The table hub sits on the table itself where your PC sits in and your microphone. At the display end, then all of your cables for your HDMI on the monitor sit at the front, and it's just a simple cable, network cable that connects the 2 hubs together, making it nice and discreet under the table. The Rally Plus has 2 microphones, 2 speakers, and the camera and the microphone. So that's you can also install the camera upside down, on a mount, on a wall. It doesn't matter. But for people who want to put it in an auditorium, it makes it nice and easy. The presenter that I presented to you before was this little spotlight here. So I highlight that. You can see it's a highlighter. A second double one, I can zoom in to magnify it. And one more time, I can use it as a laser. This is great for people who present and they want to be able to highlight, especially grab the attention of the kids. This is the one that really works, the highlight, because it's sort of like you can be saying, well, let's find Waldo, and then you're off. You go with your, and you can adjust this. So this is the same type of settings that you would have for the BRIO. We have one for this as well. So I just hit the highlighter. I can choose where maybe the big dot is smaller or larger, and I can also make it a different color if I want to as well.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
I don't use Zoom on my laptop hardly ever because I'm normally using it via the Polycom studio set.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
I forget about all the little fun Zoom things like raise a hand and stuff. So I'm like, oh, where is it? That device you're using right now to do the highlighting, is that interfacing with your computer via a USB?
Correct. Yeah, I'm just going to unplug it for a second. This is the little die. Okay. This little guy plugs in, and it is now the receiver. And it actually goes from the bottom, so when it's not being used, it just hides in there. So it's nice and taut. And you just charge. A whole charge will go for a week. So if there's and I haven't tried this on the Polycom, but you may have your computer plugged in to the HDMI Polycom. This will go into your computer, and then this would pair to the computer. So I'm just using this via my computer as my sharing, and it still shows the highlight.
So here's an off-the-wall question. Is anybody aware of? I have maximized out right now the way my studio is set up, every single USB port on the laptop that I have up there with other things. And I don't know if there's any sort of USB extender.
Okay, I have like a little hub. That's because I only have 2 HDMI USB plugs on my computer. I call it a newer, but it's not a new fancy. It's just a newer with less things. It's plugged in via USB-C into my computer into this little box, and I have 4 USB hubs plugged in. So I have my BRIO plugged in there. I have my what else do I have plugged in? The meetup's plugged into that, and then only thing that's plugged into my computer is the little dongle here. I find it doesn't like the hubs. It needs the power from the computer. So just a lesson I learned myself. So, okay, so next we're on to, also for schools who are looking at, expanding and saying, look, we'd like to go into the video conferencing side of things, to be able to dial into a content provider, you want to have a decent system. So both Logitech in the United States and in Canada are offering education pricing. So go to your, whoever you buy your Logitech systems from, and you actually get quite a good discount on both the Logitech Room systems. So that would be all the products I showed you today, the webcams, accessories, including the microphones and everything else you need, and headsets. So if you need headsets for for doing conference calls, etc. I also wanted to tell you about some of the content providers that have come into play. So a lot of the times, you know, when you have a room-based system and you're in your classroom, a lot of the times people are saying, well, what do we do with this? You know, how do we maximize our return on investment for buying, you know, a system like this or a meetup? A lot of the times teachers are now struggling with curriculum-based programs, and a lot of the programs like the Cleveland Museum, and they have curriculum-based programs that you can, from grades 1 to 12. The Center for Interactive Learning, I believe you're doing a session with them, with Jan, in a couple of days, or you may already have. You know, a lot of the programs, you know, we have for Canada, we only have 4 at the moment. So I'm busy building the Canadian side of the content providers up on the north side, so that our schools up here would also be able to have curriculum-based programs that are Canadian-based. And so, you know, we have the Royal Tyrrell Museum up here, the Royal Botanical Gardens. I'm looking at the rooms over in Newfoundland and Labrador, and some other ones that are in Alberta that are more science-based, with STEM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. All of that is very important to the schools, because they want to be able to have programs that reach that blended learning capability, but also address the tick of what can I bring in that's STEM related. So do check out, you know, a lot of the programs from museums, galleries, arts, all have a STEM component, and they will be probably listed on the websites. But it's very easy for teachers to join. There are a lot of free programs, but there's also ones that charge. The ones that charge need to, because they have people to feed and people and offices and things to pay for. So, but there you'll find that the quality of the programs,
vacuum, you know, all kinds of stuff.
Exactly, the vacuuming, exactly. You got to pay for all that stuff. But there are smaller ones that do have. So, you know, do check, you know, for free programs, but also there are, you know, programs that do charge relatively small fee. But if you look at the cost of, say, taking 30 to 35 students, hiring a bus, you know, getting your liability insurance, getting the permission slips to go off-site, this is a very easy way, not to mention snowstorms, rainstorms, hurricanes, tornadoes, to keep your classmates safe and be able to still address content and be able to see it. So having something that you can see it, you know, we have programs, as you saw, from a, you know, a $50 to $79 webcam up to our most expensive product, you know, is you know, roughly up like $2,600 for the rally kit, and everything in between. You know, we do offer, you know, affordable pricing for educators, but also for, you know, the classrooms, for principals who need to do professional development, and of course anybody who's looking at doing programs. It's very easy with Zoom just to stop the sharing and being able to ask questions. We use it here internally within our company. I love the capabilities of chatting, so you can chat. You can also just share very easily. You see who's invited, their names are on the bottom. I can mute my microphone, and if I need to share content, the share button's right there, but you can also share with proximity on Zoom by entering the ID number, even from your phone. You can send something from your phone to the system as well. So I highly love it. Like the good old days of network, getting your firewall, the gateway, IT people involved. Okay, what's the number? We've got to do a test. We've got to make sure that we can get, you know, through the firewalls. This is so much easier. This is so much easier. I wish I would have had this, you know, 20 years ago. Oh, we got a chat. Someone sent in a chat. Sounds great. Gotta run. Okay. Awesome. So thank you, everybody. That's all for now. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Paul or on canadaeducation@logitech.com. That's it. All right. Hope you're on mute.
Try that again. All right. So yes, I was so into your presentation, I just forgot that I was on mute. Thank you so much for presenting. This is a great presentation. I really got a lot out of it, and I'm a champion of your technology. So this is
Thank
just
you. Thank you.
fantastic.
This is the first one, so second will be even better. So
Right, well, we can't wait for that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and we will see you again
Sounds
online.
good.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.